Hi everyone, so I'm going to do Phoenix's 4-month update, and he just finished eating and he's right here, so I'd probably have to pick him up in the middle of this video, but he seems calm right now. He wants to talk. So he turned 4 months yesterday, so he's 4 months in one day, but we took him to the doctor today. He was supposed to get his shots today, but he didn't because he had the flu last week, and I posted a video about that. So they want to wait at least another week just to before they give him his shots. So he's 4 months and one day today, and he's 15 pounds and 2 ounces and 25 inches. And the doctor said that that's perfect. That all seems right. I think he said he's in the 50 percentile, so he said everything's good with him. He's eating, I have notes right here, that's why I keep looking down. He eats 3.5 ounces every 3 hours. He had a point where he was going to 4, but then he was spitting up more, and now he's like at 3.5, and sometimes he leaves just a little bit. So it's like if I push it and try to give him a little more, it makes him uncomfortable. So for the most part, he'll eat now, and then 2 hours later, after he eats, he starts getting a little fussy, and he's sleepy. So he goes down for a nap for like 30 minutes or so, and then he wakes up in time for his next feeding. So it's like that's kind of his routine. Like he'll eat, and then he'll be up for 2 hours, be social, be interactive. He's like staring at my hands. It's so cute. And then he gets really sleepy. So like if he starts fighting his sleep, he gets fussy where he wants to fight his sleep. So I have to like rock him and stuff and put him down, and he'll sleep for 30 to 45 minutes, depending, and then he'll wake up happy and fine, and then in time for his next feeding, and then it's like it repeats itself. He's in size 2 diapers now, and he wears clothes 3 to 6 months. The like Carter's brand, the 3 months, it fits him. Like he's kind of getting his last wears from them, but the 6-month one, it fits good, but like right here it's kind of like a little low, so I'm putting another shirt under so that his chest is not so exposed. But clothes, other brands that are 3 to 6 months, those fit him good. So, but in Carter's, you know how they're like 3 or 6, he's kind of at that in between stage. The 6, I can pull it off and he can wear it, but like I said, it's a little big here. And then the 3s are kind of like right there. He's getting his last uses out of it. I think, yeah, he has a 3-month one on right now. He's exclusively still on breast milk. I'm still exclusively only pumping. That's how he drinks it. I pump and then I give it to him. And he's been like that for I think 2 months now. He's been just on breast milk, which is good. My supply isn't enormous, but it's just enough, and that's what counts for me. Like right now I have about 5 bottles in the fridge, with 3.5 ounces in each bottle, and then I'll pump and fill it more. So at like any given time, I have about 8 bottles, and the one I'm giving him. So it's I have a system going, but it's not like humongous. So I mean that's not bad. My supply is the same. It's kind of hasn't been. It fluctuates. It has its days, but for the most part, it's doing pretty good. I'm still taking the fenugreek pills, so I think that has helped a lot. And I drink a lot of water. So I'm happy with my supply because it's enough for him. And I pump about every other feeding. I feel like it builds up more, and it's just better off. I probably get like half an ounce less than if I would pump each feeding, but it's kind of worth it. His nighttime sleeping routine, he still wakes up every 3 to 4 hours. He'll have like 1 4-hour stretch maybe, and then the rest 3, depending, how he falls asleep. But then he's been weird because now he'll wake up, and I'll carry him to the kitchen to get his bottle or whatever, and he'll like be falling back to sleep. I'll start feeding him, and he'll eat like 2 ounces and then fall back to sleep, and then wake up for the other two. So he's still kind of doing that. And sometimes it's less than that. I think sometimes he's waking up just to be comforted and stuff. So I think that, slowly but surely he'll get out of the having to eat, and now it's just a matter of staying asleep. I think like he wakes up kind of fussing because he's not like fully awake, and he's just used to the whole eating factor. So slowly I'm trying to break a little bit of those habits and stuff, but I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do, right? I guess I'm getting used to the not sleeping part because it's not so bad, I'm tired all the time, but it's nothing that I can't handle. I mean, it's a part of being a mom, I guess. Um, he holds up his head on his own now. It's awesome. Like he still sometimes looks like this, but it's not because he doesn't have control. I don't know. It's really weird because like he'll sit. He doesn't sit on his own, but like if he's sitting up, he's just, he has full control of his head. It's not like falling forward or falling anywhere. Like he has awesome control of his head. Like compared to last month to now, even like it was like a week span that it just like, went like perfect, like great. On tummy time also, like if I put him just flat on the bed, he like digs his face in and moves his legs, and it kind of scoots him up. It's so funny, and I'm like, lift your head, and then like he'll lift his head, but then like his feet are up off the bed. It's so funny, but he digs his head in a lot. Now, if I have him on the boppy on tummy time, then he just lifts his head and he like sees everything. So I think he still likes that kind of having that support on his chest to look and like see, where when you're flat on the bed, it's kind of like, I don't know, his instinct is to put his face down. But he enjoys tummy time a lot more now than he did before. I have to fix him. He's sliding down. Oh, you didn't like that? You want to join Mama? So, he always wants to be sitting now. You see, I just, like, fixed him, and I guess he didn't like that. Okay. Come on. It's okay. You want to say hi to everybody? You want to say hi? He just ate, so I don't want to sit him because then he'll spit up. Look, say hi to everybody. So he always wants to be sitting up now. If I lay him down, he like goes up. It looks like he's doing a sit-up. It's so funny. But so he wants to be sitting more. So now we sit him in his chair, and we'll sit him like this with us, or just have him propped up. And he loves it. Like that's what he wants to be doing. He gets really, really fussy if he's laying back for too long. He also gets bored really, really fast. We kind of have to change up his scenery a lot more now because he's so much more alert and active into everything that like he gets bored. Like if I have him on his playmat, that'll be good for like 15 minutes, and then I have to change him to his activity chair, and then I have to like hold him for a while and interact with him, or like just keep changing it up, which is fun because it's better than him sleeping all the time. But like I said, after eating, he's up for a good 2 hours. And in those 2 hours, we try to do different things. And then he'll sleep for a little bit and then be up again, So, and it continues. So we just kind of switch things up for him. And he stays happy until that point where he gets sleepy and then he's fussy. And it's like, okay, I've had enough of everything. There we go. I've had enough of everything. Just put me to sleep. And he still doesn't take his passy very much. He'll take it, like when I'm trying to get him to sleep, like I'll kind of hold it in his mouth and he'll take it because like he wants to suck on it, but he knows it's going to make him fall asleep, so he'll stop. But then after a little bit of fighting with him, he'll take it, and then he'll like take it, knock out, and then it just comes right out of his mouth as soon as he's asleep. That's how I know that he's like into that sleep, because he takes it right out of it, like he'll let it drop right from his mouth. So it's good because it soothes him enough to get him to sleep, but it doesn't need to stay in his mouth where if it falls out, he wakes up and I need to go keep putting it back in. So it's a win-win right about now. He also, like I said, he plays a lot more with his toys now. Like if he's laying down, he's batting at them, he grabs them, he actually looks at them. It's more like playing now. I show him the mirror. He goes to grab at it. Like he's more interactive with his actual toys that are there. It's not like they're just kind of there and he bats at them by accident. He like purposely goes to bat at them and grab at them. So like he's interacting a lot more with his toys. His drool is out of control. That's why he always has. I just put it on him, and if you can see right here, it's wet. Yeah, and I just put it on before I started the video, and he is it's out of control. Like he drools so much, it's funny. And he's always has his hand in his mouth, and so I always have to have a bib on now because of his drool. He's a very, very happy baby. If we go anywhere, everybody's like, oh my god, he's so happy. And he just like relaxes and kind of just in his own world. Like he entertains himself so much. You know, we don't have to do much with him. You know, when we interact with him, it's amazing because he's like, but he can just sit there and like entertain himself. So it's pretty good because I can get things done, but then I can also, you know, play with him when he gets to that point where he just doesn't want to like interact anymore. But if we go somewhere, he just sits in his car seat and he just, you know, interacts with himself, and noises don't bother him. Like it could be so loud and rowdy and it will not bother him. If you see in my month update videos, you'll see that it's just like nothing bothers him, which is great. But he's such a happy baby. Everybody's always complimenting us on how happy he is. He's seeing on how happy he is, and he's just as happy as he is. He's also very sleepy. If we're out and about, he can sleep the whole time, and if he's not sleeping, he's just, like I said, just there. But for the most part, if we go out, within 30 minutes of being in the car, he's asleep, and he can be asleep until we get home. And like you know, if he goes over, he'll go over his feeding, he'll get up to eat, and then he'll go right back to sleep. So if we're out, he's like sleeping. With the minute we walk in and put that car seat down, he's awake. So it's like, okay, I behaved while we were out, but now I'm awake. Time to play. He's attempting to hold his bottle. He's always, since he was little, you know, little, really little, every time he put the bottle in his mouth, he always put his hands on it. And I think before, obviously, he had no idea what he was doing. It was just what he did. Now, I think he's kind of getting it because he leaves his hands on it for much longer. So I don't think he knows, oh, I'm holding it and now the bottle's going to come out. I think he just likes holding it. I don't know. Like I obviously he's only 4 months. He doesn't know exactly like, oh, let me hold this bottle up so I can drink it. But I do think that he knows a little bit more now than when he first started doing it. And it's because it's just like instant. Like my friend was feeding him yesterday and she's like, oh my god, like he let go of my hand because he was holding onto her finger and just went to put it on the bottle. So it's like his instinct, and every time he does it a little bit longer. So I kind of leave it there and see how long he'll do it. And he does a little bit longer each time. So maybe soon enough he'll be holding his own bottle, which I'm a little sad about because then he won't need me. But it's still a very proud moment. He's losing a little bit of his hair in the back of his head. Let me see if I can show you without getting him cranky. See, like right here in the middle, it looks like it's like, and then this down here is like darker, so it looks like he has a little tail. And his hair over here is getting a little darker, but he doesn't seem to be getting too much more. Like it's not like he has a lot, but it is definitely more, and it's getting darker than it was before. And like I said, back here it's like a little bit out. The other day he sucked his thumb for the first time, like really sucked his thumb, and I have a video on that. You'll see it in my month updates. But like he always has his hand in his mouth and his thumb too, but he doesn't really like suck on it like, you know, like you normally suck your thumb. He'll suck on it like this, or, you know, whoop, there it goes. And he just ate. Sorry about that. Oh my goodness, did you just spit up? Mama moved you too much. It's okay, Mama's gonna change you. So, he like sucked on it, and I laid him down on his belly that day for a nap, and he just stood there sucking his thumb. It was so cute. Um, he smiles a whole lot and laughs like all the time, and his this month or he's just been like obsessed with his father. He like my husband will talk to him and he just like instantly starts smiling and laughing, and if we're trying to get him to take a picture, my husband like smiles at him or says something to him and he starts cracking up. Like he is absolutely loving his dada this month. And he smiles and laughs. Like yesterday, my friends were here for his 4 month little celebration, and she's talking to me from across the table, and I have him like this, and he's just cracking up, and I'm like, "What are you doing? Nobody's talking to you," and he's just laughing on his own. Like it was super cute. So it's good to see his little personality starting to like evolve and him starting to change and be more of a little person, you know, like his own little person. He has his own little habits and his own little personality, and it's such an amazing feeling to see it evolve every day. Um, he still looks exactly like his father. As you can see, he doesn't look like me. So I'm hoping that eventually he'll have something that looks like me. But yeah, everybody says he looks just like his dada. You see this? Nothing. Mm, no, you don't look like mama. Do you look like mama? No, you don't look like mama. So he still looks just like his dad. His skin color hasn't changed. He's still very, very light, like his father. His eyelashes are super long, like his father's. So he's his father's little boy. Um, this month he had his first fever. It was so heartbreaking. I made a video on it if you want to go check it out. But yeah, he had his first fever. It was only for um, just about 24 hours, not even. And he was over it. And I gave him Tylenol. He was still his happy little self. He wasn't too sad or different. And he got better really quickly. But it was very, very hard as a parent. I felt like a real parent for the first time, like all these decisions on what to do and stuff, and it was hard seeing him like that. But thankfully, it wasn't for long, and he's better, and that's awesome. And at the doctor today, they actually had to get some of his urine because when he was sick, they got his urine, and it had like bacteria in it because they think the transport of like because they put like a bag over him, they think that somehow like something got into it. They don't think that it was actually his urine that was infected, so they wanted to do another sample. The best way to do a sample is to put a little catheter in and get it out. So of course I had to leave the room and my husband stood there and they did it, and of course he probably had just peed because they got no pee out. So he's screaming his head off and for no reason. So they had to put another bag on him, and he peed within like 15 minutes. So hopefully that one comes back with nothing. But we have to give him a little bit of antibiotics for the time being, just in case. So hopefully that comes back with nothing. I still haven't left him anywhere but with his father. But this month, had a mommy day and went to the movies for the first time in a long time. I can't remember the last time we went to movies. Obviously I was pregnant, but we wanted to both go together to see Twilight, but I'm just not ready to leave him. Some people might say I'm crazy or that nothing's going to happen to him, and I know nothing's going to happen to him, but I'm just not ready. So why do it and force myself if I'm not ready? If I'm going to leave him and not have a good time or, be worrying the whole time. What's the point? So I'm not ready yet. I'm not going to leave him. And now with all the craziness going on, it's like I don't know when I'm going to be ready. So Daddy stayed with him and I went to see the movie. And it was very, very good and I enjoyed myself, but I missed him. But it was okay because he was with Daddy. Right? You like being with Dada? And he always behaves super awesome when he's with his father. As for me and my postpartum, there's not much updates. No weight loss, just still at the same. I'm trying to eat a little healthier. Like I'm not, like I was pigging out before a lot, but now I'm trying to, watch it a little bit more. But nothing too crazy because of the holidays. but not just trying not to overdo it, you know. Um, as of for my scar or incision, it's been hurting a little bit. Like I've been feeling a little tender and soreness. I think I had that last month as well. So on some days it's feeling a little odd. Been meaning to ask the doctor about that, but nothing crazy. You know, my menstrual cycle still hasn't returned. I got it once, and then it just hasn't returned from then. And I'm definitely not pregnant. So I think it's just maybe because of the breastfeeding or whatnot. But it just still hasn't returned. And I think that's all for our 4-month update. But you can look forward to his month update clips, his 4-month update clips. But starting next month, I'm going to start doing it in 2-week intervals, because I did it from 0 to 3 months the first time just to catch up. And it was really long, because obviously it was a lot of footage. But now, in 1 month, I felt like there was a lot also in the 1 month, and it was a lot to put into one video. And I had to cut out some things, and it's like, you know, I want to include everything that happened, or everything, but I don't want it to be super long and nobody be interested. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to start doing them in weeks instead of months. So twice a month I'll do it. This way I can add everything and it won't be super long. And you know, I've seen a couple other YouTube moms do it that way. So I'm going to try it out and see. And hopefully that works better. But that's it. That's all for our 4-month update. And this is him. Look at him with his head. He is so into it. He sees himself, I think. Do you see yourself in the air? So thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys in our next update. And happy holidays from Phoenix and I, right? And your next update will be next year. Okay, bye-bye. Bye. Bye. Thank you for watching.